Hey, so what has 2023 looked like for you? Like, we are like at the end of the year, which is freaking absolutely nuts, first of all. But so, like, like I'll sit back and I'll say, okay, like, how, like, what was the outcome? Did I reach all my goals? Did I accomplish all the things that I had put in place in January last year? And did they come true? Like, was I able to reach them? Like, those are some of the questions that I ask myself every year because this is the truth, right? Like, so we are so excited. Like, the new year is coming, right? And with new year, it brings us new opportunities. It brings us new birthing of things. It gives us hope for what is to come. And it also can make us also feel a little defeated because so often we will have these big audacious goals that we want to create, right? And then let's face it, like life happens, business happens, and we don't necessarily reach the goals that we wanted, that we put in place because, well, let's be honest, we get complacent with what we're doing. We will often put things in front of us, doing things that are actually just really wasting our time because we're not sure what to do. Like, I can't tell you how often I would sit at my desk, like, what the heck am I supposed to do? Like, I know I need to be building my business. I know I need to be putting some kind of marketing things in place. I know that I need to figure out where I'm going to get out in front of my ideal clients, right? But I would sit there knowing I had all this freaking stuff I needed to do, but didn't even know where to begin simply because I didn't take and have a plan in place. Simply because I didn't really sit and create that business plan or create that marketing plan or create the ways that I was going to hit the goals that I actually wanted to create, right? So I can't tell you how often that happened, that I would have these big audacious goals but did not reach them because I would sit and be like, what the heck am I supposed to do? And you would waste time doing things that had nothing to do about really the business. Or worse yet, like you scroll on Facebook or you are doing 5 million emails that you really never sent out because you really didn't know why you were writing them, right? That's my point here, right? So I really just want to come in here and really like share with you, like so often we will have these big goals that we want to reach and they are not far from our reach. But often we fall short of them because we didn't put things in place, target goals, like really like specific things that we had to do with tangible dates that we needed to do it by. When we don't put those things in place, it's like we're always grasping at something that we can't reach because we don't know what we're reaching for because we don't have the steps in place to reach the goals that we want, right? Like if your big goal is to be able to have 100 new guests sitting in your salon chair, right? How are you going to do that? Like you have to have some tangible things to be able to grasp at so that every day you can be focusing and working towards that goal so that you reach it. And being able to have numbers, like you got to know your numbers. You got to know what you're running after. You got to know what you've already reached so far so that when you can look and see, oh, I'm this much behind, like I need to do this in order to get back to where I need to be in order to reach the goal by the end of the year. Because the worst thing that happens is that, so you can either decide to do what you've kept doing, right, and not create the action steps that you want in your business, or you can make a change. The bottom line is that we can't keep doing the same things that we've done and expect that we're going to have different results. And so I'm inviting you for 2024 to like really take and say yes to your business. Say, yes, I'm going to do what it takes in order to create the results that I want, that I'm going to plan. I'm not just going to throw out my goals out there and expect them to happen without taking the action steps that need to be taken, without taking and planning, without knowing exactly what it is that I'm running after, knowing my numbers, making sure my business is set up correctly, making sure that I know exactly how to reach the goals and the targets that I want. So often that we'll just throw out what we want to create, whether it's so many new guests, revenue, more retail, whatever it is, right? Get in front of our guests, different ways of doing that. whatever our goals are, right? Like so often we'll just throw them out there, but we don't put the action steps in place. We don't know how it is that we're going to reach those goals. We just say, this is what I'm going to do. But if you have nothing to measure, how do you know if you're even getting close enough, right? How do you know if you're going to be able to reach what you want? And so without knowing numbers, without having tangible things to be able to really like track and see what it is that you're doing and where you're at and what you need to adjust so that you can get at the end of next year and be like, I friggin' crushed it. Because if you don't put things in place, you're going to be at the same place next year, even if you are a little better than where you are today, but you may still not reach that goal. And are you willing to keep letting yourself down year after year just because maybe you did a little better? Because the bottom line is that, as we all can see, things are changing rapidly in our world, right? Will our industry always be resilient? Yes, it will always be resilient. We will always be coming out on top because that's what we do. However, not everybody will. Not everybody will do what it needs to be done in order to come out on top. Not everybody will do the steps that need to be done or take the investment in their business, in themselves, so that they are the ones that are on top. And why I'm saying this is because consumers are changing. The way we do things are changing. And if you're not willing to change with it, you will fall behind, my friend. You will not be the one that's resilient, that's sitting on top of the world, reaping the benefits from what they have done prior to and how they have served in this industry. We are in a service industry. We are not a non-service industry, right? And so often it's all about us and what we want and how we don't want to do this and we don't want to do that. And God forbid somebody's 5 minutes late, they are fired and they are done with it. You know, we can't keep doing this. Like, we will end up hurting ourselves. We will end up not being able to be the ones that are resilient. And I want you to take a hard look at what you've done this year in your business. I hope that I am clapping loud that you made the goals, that you reached the goals, because that's what I want for you more than anything, because I know what it feels like to not reach the goals, and I know what it feels like to freaking crush the goals. And let me tell you, crushing the goals is a hell of a lot better than being, damn it, I didn't do it again. Like, I don't want to see you saying that because it sucks when we have to. So, are you willing to do what it takes to create the results that you want? Are you willing to sit down and plan it out and make it happen? And let me tell you, like, accountability makes a huge difference. I know people like, oh, I don't need no accountability partner. I can do this. I don't need anybody like making sure I'm hitting my goals. It's not about you making sure you're hitting your goals. It's about you even holding the other person accountable. Let's do this together. Let's create success together. Let's help one another rise to the top together, right? Because it makes a difference when you have somebody to collaborate with. It makes a difference when you can spin ideas off of each other. It makes a difference when you're around other people that want to freaking build their business and be successful and rise other to the top. That's what sets you apart. Not sitting by your own self thinking that you have to do it all, because, my friend, let me tell you, you can't do it all. That was me for years, and it's draining, and it will suck the life out of you. And I am here to tell you, like, there is a better way. And I want to invite you to join me and so many others that have already jumped in on our Millionaire Salon Blueprint that's giving you